Singing star Christina Aguilera is speaking out on motherhood and whether it's cool to fight in front of the kids. Now, she has a 7.5-year-old son with her ex-husband and a 15-month-old daughter with her fiancé, and she told People magazine that she doesn't like arguing or having a little spat about anything in front of her kids because she thinks, quote, we should always be the example of peace and tranquility and safety. She had a rough childhood, the way she describes it. She's accused her dad of abusing her. He has denied that. But anyway, she feels that, fighting is never a good thing.
Yeah, yelling and shouting is never a good thing to, do in front of your kids. But I also think it's a good skill to teach kids is conflict resolution. So if, you have a fight with your husband, your wife, and then your kid sees you make up, that is a great thing to teach. But
I think it's okay to argue. I think name-calling and all of that is not okay. Or if you drag the kids in and say, you see what your dad is or something.
It's unrealistic to say that parents are not going to fight. I think that sets, an unhealthy kind of environment for kids because parents disagree. It's how you do it, you can fight fairly. You don't have to win. You can disagree, but you can show.
Oh, you have to win. You have to win.
But
you can tell him he won, but
Liliana,
right.
we see where this stems from. She had an abusive childhood, or like her parents fought and stuff like that. So
I think there's a really big difference between having an argument and having a fight. And I think what you said is key. I think it's about showing your children that you can have resolution. And I'm the child of divorce, and I remember vicious arguments happening in my household. And at 35, I'm still trying to deal with the fallout of that. So I can imagine for a young child, it's really traumatic to see your parents argue that way. So I think there's a difference. I think it's very important to show children, hey, you can argue your point, and you can debate your point, and this is how we do it, and this is how we make up. I think making up is more important than showing how to fight.
I also came from a family that had divorce and things like that, but for me, and my family loved each other, if they were being peaceful all the time, then I would be very concerned because we love to argue and get down, okay?
All right. I got a question for you. How many of you love an all-you-can-eat restaurant? You like that one,
Yes. I do.
Well, there's a woman in Chicago. There's this woman in Chicago, and she was enjoying the Denny's $4 all-you-can-eat pancake special with her friends until a waitress told them there was a strict no-sharing policy. Apparently, she was trying to get away with feeding everyone at her table for $4. She then threw a fit. She was arrested on charges of assault and damage to property because she kicked the door several times on the way out. I think she thought all-you-can-eat meant all of you can eat. I think that was the problem. But are any of you guilty of this, Megan?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I heard this story. Who doesn't love a buffet, okay?
Yes.
There is a way you can, my husband gets, because they're expensive sometimes, I'm like, he gets the buffet, and I'm like, get me a pancake, get me a sausage link, get me something.
Why don't you get up and get it?
Because it's expensive, and I'm like, I'm a little cheap, and so I will reach over. I'm a little smarter than she was. I wait till the waitress turns, and I'm like, and I do it. But I do that, and I also take the leftovers home from an all-you-can-eat.
You do?
That's totally fair, though.
On vacation or something, I want to feed my kids.
Well, you go back up to the buffet and fill a bag and walk out?
My husband will go and get like a little thing and bring it to me.
Yeah, I do that too. Get a Tupperware bowl. But this woman's silly because she wanted to save $4, right? And then she wound up having $444 in fines. So she's silly for that.
Exactly.
We all try to cheat the system as much as we can, but rules are rules. When you get caught, you got to obey them.
All right, I'm just thinking about sweet potato pie.